Hello everyone, and welcome to the inaugural edition of the Game Nights Audio Podcast. I am Swag, and I am joined by my co-host KWING.
Hey, what's up radio fans? It's KWING here, the real Game Master as I'm known online. I am a game reviewer for Got Game and the Renegade Reviewers. Welcome to our first podcast. Should be pretty special.
Yes, it should be interesting. Just to give you guys a little bit of background into my history as well. My first day job out of college was actually a video game tester for EA Games. From there on, I also went to be a tester for Sony Computer Entertainment America and for a short while for Atari. I'm also an editor for GotGameWith2Ts.com. I've also been the community manager for a couple of video games, the official communities for Eternal Sonata and for Lord of the Rings Conquest, and hopefully more to be coming up soon. And of course, I've been a gamer all my life, just like KWING.
Yep.
Alright, so how we're going to start off this podcast here, we're we got like some news segments to get to, and then KWING's going to be talking about some of the new game releases that are out this week, and we will also be talking about Street Fighter 4. KWING's working, I believe you're working on a review for that right now, right?
Yep. Yep, okay. Street Fighter 4 for GotGame.com.
Excellent. So, we'll wait to see your full review, but we'll talk a little bit about it here on the podcast today. So let's start off with some of the news segments, and I believe this is here an exclusive for Game Nights here. I don't believe anybody else has mentioned this yet. There's a new Duke Nukem game coming out called Critical Mass for PSP and DS. And I'm not sure if this is supposed to be like a rehash of previous Duke Nukem games, or if this is actually supposed to be a new one. I mean, there's that was it Duke Nukem Forever or something like that? That's supposed to have been coming out for like forever.
For the PS3 and 360?
Something like, yeah, or PC. I mean, like, they've been promising that new Duke Nukem game forever, but it never seems to come out. But first-person shooters, they haven't really seemed to do too well on the handheld systems. I mean, did you play like Metroid Prime Hunters on DS?
I actually did, but I got my butt handed to me online, so I haven't really played it that much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there haven't been a whole bunch of first-person shooters for the DS. I think, like GoldenEye Rogue Agent was probably another one. Which, they're okay. I guess we'll have to kind of see. And I definitely don't particularly care for first-person shooters on the PSP. I have the PSP. I've played a few. The analog stick just is not in the right place. I really enjoy playing RPGs on my PSP. But we'll see what as more news develops with that. I will actually be finding out more information about Duke Nukem Critical Mass this year at the Game Developers Conference, which is happening here at the end of March. So I'll keep you guys updated about that. Also, this week there is a ton of downloadable content for Rock Band and Rock Band 2. So for the PS3 and 360, this week we've got downloadable songs for REM, The Offspring, and some British guitarist named Richard Thompson. I have to confess I don't know who that is. And then also for the Wii, for Rock Band 2, there's actually a ton of stuff. It says they on March 9th, they added 14 tracks. And that ranges from guys like Metallica, we've got Radiohead, Sonic Youth, Kiss, nice. David Bowie. Even Clash, Wolfmother, and Garbage. So a lot of stuff. But here's one of the things. Okay, tell me what you think of this. It says, in addition, the offering features songs from 5 alternative country acts. What's alternative country? Do you have any idea what that is?
More depressing than regular country?
Well, I don't know. But okay, so here are the acts they list: Drive-By Truckers, Lucinda Williams, Necco Case. I don't know if N-E-K-O, Necco Case. I don't know if Ultra Necco is going to be pissed about that. And
probably will.
Old 97s and Steve Earle.
Wait, old 97s? Is it a bunch of 97-year-old men?
I don't know. It just says old 90, but I have no idea what alternative country is supposed to be.
Maybe it's a mix of like light pop or.
Either way, I don't know if anybody really cares. But so some of the tracks, let's see, from Metallica, we've got Blackened. and the title track, Ride the Lightning, whole bunch of stuff. So if you guys have Rock Band 2 on your Wii, you can download a whole bunch of stuff starting this week on the 10th, which is actually today. So go ahead and download it today. For those of you that live in the San Francisco area, there is a Resident Evil 5 video game launch event happening on Thursday, the 12th. And it's happening from 8 p.m. to midnight. So people can actually buy the game, because the game comes out on Friday the 13th. So if you actually hang around till midnight, you can be one of the first in line to buy a copy of Resident Evil 5. And
Didn't
I know
we already have a Friday the 13th?
yeah. Well, it was in February, but since there's only 4 weeks in February, it's 28 days. So exactly 4 weeks later, now we've got another Friday the 13th here in March.
Oh, that's messed up.
I know, 2 Friday the 13ths back to back. And I know KWING, you're probably looking a little forward to Resident Evil 5, right?
Mm-hmm. I loved RE4.
And I have had a chance to play Resident Evil 5 a little bit, and I do like the some of the co-op modes, or the co-op mode that you have with the other player. So that'll be interesting. Hey, that might be a good review for you and K-Wife to do, possibly.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, she'd totally play that. Uh-huh. I had enough time getting her to do the Bikini Zombie Slayers. That was a riot.
It says some of the other things that say going on at the event. One of the bullet points they have, it says exclusive new game announcement from Capcom. So apparently at the event, Capcom is going to be announcing a new game that they have not announced yet. So looks like, see, they have a Resident Evil 5 game kiosks, activities, and prizes. Whole bunch of stuff. So again, it's Thursday, March 12th from 8 p.m. to midnight at the GameStop in Union Square in San Francisco. And this isn't really video game news here, but I thought this was interesting. I got a press release announcing that there is a spectacular Spider-Man Happy Meal at McDonald's.
Nice.
And I just found this was so odd. This is the thing. Okay, let me read it a little bit to you. Sony Pictures Television and Marvel Entertainment joined forces with McDonald's with a specialty branded Happy Meal program based on the animated series The Spectacular Spider-Man, which will be available for an exciting 4-week period, February 27th to March 26th at participating restaurants. Now, so for 4 weeks, they're having a Spider-Man Happy Meal. But the thing that I found that was interesting about this press release was not just the fact that they felt the need to put this in a press release, but the fact that it's like 2 pages long. It's not just like one paragraph that says this. There's like 2 pages that talk about the Spider-Man Happy Meal. And I'm just like, is this really worth 2 pages? I mean, like, you could say pretty much everything you need to say in this in one sentence, right?
Yeah, Spider-Man Happy Meal.
Yeah, 2 pages worth? That's ridiculous. And one of the last news segments I've got here that I just got actually just about an hour ago is that there's also exclusive for 360. There is new downloadable content for Tomb Raider Underworld, which is called, I believe it's called Laura's Shadow. And it says it allows gamers to experience Laura's universe in an entirely new perspective, that of the doppelganger. And I actually saw Tomb Raider Underworld, I think just last week at Target for, it was on clearance for like $30. So if you guys are interested in that, there's now, this is the second downloadable pack for that, and apparently the game is pretty cheap. I guess it just hasn't been selling well. I don't know. Have you had a chance to check out Underworld at all, K-Wing?
Underworld?
Or Tomb Raider Underworld?
No, I was big into Tomb Raider when it first came out on the PC years ago, but kind of lost focus with the series after a while. It was kind of, for me, it was like Indiana Jones with less clothes, but once Indiana Jones came back in video games, I went back into the whole indie fanboy thing.